At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Nelson Weiper playing for Mainz in Germany. He's 18 years old and has represented the German under-21s 4 times. He's valued at £2.1 to £6.2 million and has a contract that's worth £6,500 and expires in 2025. Looking at his game, he can play anywhere in the attacking third of the pitch, either as an attacking midfielder just behind the striker, but his main role will be that of the striker. Looking at his game, he's 6'4". He has jumping reach of 14, natural fitness of 15, pace of 13 and acceleration of 12. In the mentals, determination of 17. He has off the ball of 12, teamwork of 12 and work rate of 13. In the technicals, dribbling of 12, finishing of 13, first touch of 12, penalty taking of 13 and technique of 12. So with his height and his finishing, he's going to be a lethal combination in the opposition penalty box. He might even be able to do a job when coming back and defending from corners too. So he's all set up to be a brilliant wonder kid. But what will happen in Nelson Weiper's career as we jump 5 years forward? We have now jumped 5 years forward. It is 2028 and we find Nelson Weiper is still at Mainz. He is now 23 years old, has played 7 times for the national team and has scored 5 goals. He's valued by Mainz at £30 to £90 million and has that contract that runs to 2032. Looking at the player, he has started to develop and he now looks like a bit of a beast of a centre forward. Looking at the physicals, he has good strength, stamina, pace, natural fitness, jumping reach, acceleration, agility and balance, so a full house for the physicals. In the mentals, determination of 17, off the ball of 15, work rate of 14, composure of 14 and flair of 15. And then in the technicals, dribbling of 15, finishing of 16, first touch of 14, heading of 13, penalty taking of 14 and technique of 13. He has player traits that are runs with the ball through the centre, moves into the channels, cuts inside from both wings. We look at his playing time to see how he has developed. He has been at Mainz the whole time, did not go out on loan or anywhere else. Struggled to break in at first, only playing 11 times in the first season and then a blank season in 24-25. But since the 25-26 season, he has worked his way further and further into the first team. So 25-26, 26 games, 14 goals. 26-27, 30 games and 13 goals. 27-28, 31 games and 11 goals. So as the first team football has started to come, he's finally developing. Can we push 5 years further forward and see if that development is even greater? Let's jump forwards to 2033 and see what happens with Nelson Weiper. So it's now 2033, we have jumped 5 years further forward and we find Nelson Weiper is still at Mainz. He's 28 years old, played 32 times now for Germany and has scored 12 goals. He's valued at £32 to £96 million and looking at the player, he has peaked in terms of his potential. There is no more development, but he has turned out to be a really good striker. If we look at the physicals, jumping reach, natural fitness stand out alongside pace, acceleration, stamina and strength. In the mentals, determination, flair, vision, work rate, off the ball. And then in the technicals, it's all about that 16 finishing to go with the 14 dribbling, 14 first touch, 14 penalty taking and the 14 for technique. If we look at his playing stats to see how he has got to this point, we find that he has been a first teamer at Mainz now for a long time. In the 29-30 season, he played 34 times, scoring 12 goals. In the 30-31 season, 34 times and 13 goals. 31-32, 25 games but 15 goals. And in the 32-33 season, 33 appearances and 13 goals. So he has turned out to be a bit of a goal scoring machine for Mainz. 113 goals in 262 appearances. Will he still be there as we move towards the end of his career? Let's jump 5 years further forward and see what happens to Nelson Weiper. So we have jumped 5 years further forward. It's 2038 and Nelson Weiper has finally left Mainz. Yes, he has swapped Germany for England and he now plays for Arsenal. He's 33 years old, has 39 caps for Germany, scoring 12 goals, and he's valued at 19 to 57 million pounds with a contract that runs to 2039. Looking at the player, he has now become a bit of a steady Eddie, no more improvement, but he hasn't lost any of his abilities either. Looking at the physicals, it's his jumping reach, natural fitness, pace and acceleration that all hold up. In the mentals, he has good composure, good off the ball work rate, and that determination and flair of 17 and 16. And then in the technicals, dribbling of 12, first touch of 14, finishing of 16. He has penalty taking of 14 and technique of 14. Despite being 33 years old and coming into the twilight of his career, he still looks like a more than capable striker playing for a team like Arsenal in the Premier League. If we go to his history to see how he has got to that point then. So after that run of years at Mainz, he finally swapped Mainz for Arsenal in the 36-37 season, and they paid £54 million for him. He would play 32 times and score 7 goals in his first season, 30 times and 8 goals in his second season. Looking at his career stats then, 167 goals across 424 games and a career average rating of 7.06. Looking at the milestones to see if he has won anything, sadly being at Mainz for so long meant that he didn't actually win anything with his clubs, but he was a FIFA Under-20 World Cup winner and he was a Nations League third place and a FIFA World Cup runner-up. In terms of the awards, Mainz, he will be pretty much a club legend, being in all sorts of Team of the Week, Players Team of the Year. He was in seasonal best 11s. He probably would have been their Player of the Season, Player of the Year, Supporters Player of the Year, German Players Player of the Year, Bundesliga Team of the Year, Bundesliga Top Goal Scorer third place. So lots of individual awards whilst he was in Germany. Then when he went to Arsenal, he was named in Arsenal Seasonal Best 11, Premier Division Team of the Week, named in Arsenal Seasonal Best 11 for 38, and he was named the 37-38 Supporters Player of the Year for Arsenal. So a few nice personal accolades, not really the medal collection that he would have wanted, but still, now he's got his chance at Arsenal, he's getting his first team football, and even though he's coming to the twilight of his career, he has still really played really well across the career. He has 167 goals in 424 appearances, and I cannot help but feel that if he would have got that first team football earlier on to aid his development, he does become even better. I've signed him in one of my rebuild series and he goes on to be a fantastic striker that scores bags of goals in a 4-3-3. Lump him at the top of the pitch, pump the ball into the box. 6'4", he will score you all kinds of goals. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel, really cannot tell you how much I appreciate every single person that comes along, whether it be a like, a comment, or even hitting that subscribe button. I really cannot thank you all enough. Before you go, don't forget there are other things on the channel, hints, tips, tutorials, let's plays, wonder kids, a little bit of something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. See you on another video very soon.